Good morning. Good morning. Where'd you all come from? I'm Mary Grant, and it is my distinct honor to serve as Chancellor of the University of North Carolina at Asheville. It is even a greater honor to convene today's graduation ceremony. I am delighted to welcome the class of 2016, family members, faculty, staff, alumni, friends, and distinguished guests to this day of celebration. Members of the class of 2016, we are very proud of you and your many accomplishments. You leave here well prepared for the opportunities and challenges ahead. And one thing we know for certain is that there will be plenty of both. As we begin today's ceremony, please remain standing as our class of 2016 student singers, Dylan Carter, Felix Iannacho, Kira Lewis, Sarala Malincorn, Nathaniel Odom, John O'Neill, Kayla Blair, and Caitlin Tarley come to the platform to lead us as we sing America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life.
America, America, may God thy gold refine, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine.
Oh, beautiful for patriotry that sees beyond the years, thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Thank you. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Dylan, Felix, Kira, Sarala, Nathaniel, John, Kayla, and Caitlin. Thank you so much. You may be seated. Commencement is a day of celebration. Today, we celebrate and honor the class of 2016. We celebrate and recognize graduates who have inspired us in the classroom, in the community, in the labs, on the athletic fields and courts, in the theater, in the galleries, and even in the lobby of Lipinski. Graduates who have studied abroad, pursued research, and mentored younger students along the way. Graduates who have served as role models and ambassadors. graduates who have returned to school to earn their master's and complete bachelor's degrees, bringing to the classroom professional and life experiences that add a richness to the discussion and underscore the importance of lifelong learning. You completed research projects and internships. You built robots. You joined honor societies. You ran for office. You organized movements. You created works of visual and spoken art. You danced. You sang. You scored goals. You snatched rebounds. You set and broke records. You had championship seasons. Go Bulldogs. You are Bulldogs. You taught classes. You worked multiple jobs, completed master's theses. You served our country. You raised families. You cared for parents and grandparents. You made your families proud. You made all of us proud. You put your time, your energy, your education to good work, and today we celebrate all of you. We are grateful for the time we have had together and thankful that you have been with us. And while we rejoice in the company of all who are here with us today, I know from talking to many of our graduates that along the road to this day, you lost loved ones and that you are missing them very much, and that all of you holds in the heart a memory of someone who guided you and helped you to this point. In recognition of all who we love and we may be missing today, let's take a moment of silence and reflect on those individuals. Thank you. Thank you. Commencement is the culmination of years of academic work and accomplishments. It is made up of the work of many, many members of the UNC Asheville community who have put great energy and care into making this celebration a very special day. Would you please join me in a round of applause for the talented and hardworking staff in facilities, campus operations, and grounds, ITS, student affairs, residence life, academic affairs, One Stop, enrollment services, communication and marketing, public safety, advancement, the commencement committee, CSAP, and the countless volunteers who have worked with great energy and enthusiasm to make this a great day. How about a round of applause for all of those folks? Thank you all very much. And they're still working. I'm watching them running around, still setting up chairs. So thank you all for that. I would also like to thank the faculty and staff of UNC Asheville for your passion, your energy, and your time. Thank you for the important and inspiring work that you do and for your commitment to delivering a first-class education. The work that you do shapes lives. The work that you do enriches our collective future. Faculty give of their time and expertise generously and without hesitation as we continue to build and shape the future of UNC Asheville. Whether guiding undergraduate research, hosting national research conferences, serving as academic advisors, directing student productions, performing at the White House, engaging with our schools, neighborhoods, and community on complex and important issues, leading international study programs, curating art exhibits, publishing papers, writing books, conducting concerts, advising one of our many clubs and organizations, or simply sharing insights over a cup of coffee at Argo. Faculty encourage students to explore their interests, to take advantage of every educational opportunity available to them, and to pursue their passions. Your students know that they can count on you. Your students respect and love you, and they know you want the best for them and from them. Our dedicated staff and administrators work in partnership with the faculty. No matter their role or assignment, they do it day and night, 24/7. Our talented, creative, hardworking staff go above and beyond to make UNC Asheville a place where students grow, learn, and achieve powerful results. You serve the university with distinction. I know you share my pride and my joy in the class of 2016. I would invite the faculty, staff, and administrators to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. This commencement marks the retirement of 9 distinguished members of our faculty. Their work represents nearly 240 years of dedicated service to the students of this institution. That is not all attributed to one person, despite what you might think. We are grateful to them and thankful for the wisdom, the work, and the role that our distinguished colleagues have played in shaping UNC Asheville and touching the lives of countless students. I would ask Gwen Ashburn, Merritt Mosley, Bob Yearout, Han Lee, Dorothy Sulak, Holly Iglesias, James Eason, Joseph Sulak, and Peter Caulfield, please stand so that we may recognize and thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your service. At UNC Asheville, we are fortunate to be served by 5 volunteer boards: the Bulldog Athletic Board, the UNC Asheville National Alumni Council, the UNC Asheville Parents Council, the UNC Asheville Foundation Board, and the UNC Asheville Board of Trustees. These volunteers bring with them an array of academic, civic, and professional expertise. They are stewards, champions, advocates for UNC Asheville. They are true blue bulldogs. Thank you, trustees, and thank you to the representatives from the UNC Asheville alumni, parents, athletic, and foundation boards. Your support, guidance, and friendship makes all the difference. I ask all of you who are here today and on the platform to please stand and be recognized for your many contributions to the life of UNC Asheville. Please stand. Thank you for all that you do. And now it is my great pleasure to invite Pat Smith, Chair of the UNC Asheville Board of Trustees, to the podium to bring greetings from the trustees. Pat?
Thank you, Chancellor Grant. Chancellor, distinguished members of the Platform Party, it is with immense pride that I take this opportunity to congratulate and address our graduating seniors on behalf of the UNC Asheville Board of Trustees. Graduates, I join the UNC Asheville alumni, the faculty, the staff, your friends, and your families as we gather to celebrate and congratulate you on your achievement in completing your respective degrees. Your experiences at UNC Asheville and the memories that you have made here have helped you to become the individuals you are today. In just a few moments, you will walk across the stage to receive your hard-earned degrees, and you will go forth to embrace your futures. I know that you will do so with the confidence and the capability that comes from receiving your education at this outstanding public institution. You will be living, breathing examples of the value of a public liberal arts education. And your journey with UNC Asheville does not end when you leave here today. You go forth from UNC Asheville with continued support from our dedicated faculty and as respected alumni of one of the finest public liberal arts universities in the nation. As a graduate of this institution, it is your responsibility to use your critical thinking and problem-solving skills that you developed here to improve our society and the lives of others that you will meet in your journey ahead. And your education does not end here, because learning is truly a lifelong pursuit. Once again, congratulations to each one of you on your tremendous success. We know that you will represent this university with great honor in the years ahead.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you, trustees. The University of North Carolina system is governed by a board of governors comprised of volunteer leaders from across North Carolina. It is with great pleasure that I introduce Joan McNeil, a member of the Board of Governors and longtime resident of Western North Carolina. Joan has been a great friend of UNC Asheville and a champion of public higher education in North Carolina. She is with us today to bring greetings and present the 2016 Board of Governors Award for Excellence in Teaching. Joan, would you please join me at the podium?
Thank you, Chancellor Grant. To today's graduates, their families, and our alumni, to Chancellor Grant, the Board of Trustees, and this university's distinguished faculty and staff, and members of the Platform Party, it is my great pleasure to bring greetings and congratulations and well wishes from the UNC President Margaret Spellings, from the UNC General Administration, Board of Governors Chair Lou Bissett, and all of the members of the Board of Governors. That's a lot of folks. And I know them all. And I absolutely know that each and every one of them is tremendously proud of you and wishes you great success. We are here today to celebrate you and your accomplishments. Your liberal arts education at UNC Asheville has provided you with the knowledge and skills you will need to achieve success in these ever-changing times. You have very good reason to be proud. Not only proud of your accomplishments, but also very proud of this great university. Voted best in the nation for making an impact by the Princeton Review. Graduates, you certainly deserve to celebrate today, and I'm sure you have plans coming up. My guess is it wasn't always easy. There was a lot of hard work and a few all-nighters to meet the deadlines for papers that were due or to prepare for exams. But before you begin those celebration plans, I ask you to take a moment, reflect, and recognize those who supported you along the way. Your parents, your family, your friends who stood by you when you needed encouragement, the faculty and staff who nurtured and guided you. Find time today to say thank you. And also make a pledge today to stay connected to this great university, your great university. There are a number of faculty members on this campus who exemplify outstanding teaching. And along the lines of saying thank you to very special people, I want to recognize one of them today. It is my privilege to present this year's Board of Governors Award for Excellence in Teaching to one of the most outstanding faculty members. Established by the Board of Governors in 1994 to underscore the importance of teaching and to reward great teachers across the university. These awards are given annually to a tenured faculty member from each UNC campus. Recipients are nominated by special committees on their campuses and then selected by the Board of Governors Committee on Personnel and Tenure. This year's recipient from the University of North Carolina, Asheville, is Dr. Sally Wasileski. Well-deserved applause. Dr. Sally Wasileski is an associate professor of chemistry whose work in and out of the classroom is characterized by dedication and enthusiasm. Dr. Wasileski offers students a dynamic pedagogy, and if you don't know what that means, ask any faculty member. Dr. Wasileski has a commitment to civic engagement and a contagious love for her discipline. She is committed to the learning of all students, from chemistry majors in her analytical chemistry or advanced instrumentation course, to that history major taking her food and chemistry course. One of the students in the latter course commented that Dr. Wasileski, quote, has a gift when it comes to explaining complex ideas so everyone can understand. While another noted, she creates a fun learning environment and makes me eager to learn. Dr. Wasilewski's commitment to student learning is also evident in curricular developments that enhance the interdisciplinary liberal arts mission at UNC Asheville. As a founding member of the faculty collective, teaching students about food from several different disciplinary perspectives, she spearheaded efforts to craft projects where students from multiple courses learn together and teach each other the content of their respective courses. This allows dozens of students who have never stepped foot in a chemistry classroom to learn chemistry, all due to Sally Wasilewski's commitment to making science accessible to everyone. Dr. Wasilewski's students also benefit from her commitment to undergraduate research, which include oversight of community-based projects and mentoring programs that extend the impact of her teaching to the greater community of Asheville. Dr. Wasilewski's directorship of the Chemistry Scholars Program, a National Science Foundation-funded program that provides school scholarships for students interested in chemistry, has led to a 170% increase in the number of chemistry majors since its inception in 2011. That's amazing. Dr. Wasilewski has previously been recognized as a winner of the University of North Carolina Asheville's Award for Teaching Excellence in the Natural Sciences and as a science educator for New Civic Engagements and Responsibilities Leadership Fellow. With several colleagues, she was awarded the William E. Bennett Award for Extraordinary Contributions to Citizen Science and for her work in STEM and non-STEM courses. Dr. Wasilewski, we celebrate your outstanding professional achievement and salute your demonstrated commitment to great teaching and inspiring a new generation of learners. In honoring you, we also acknowledge the more than 14,000 dedicated faculty members who teach over 220,000 students throughout the University of North Carolina. Thank you.
Thank you, Joan, for your leadership and for your support. And congratulations, Dr. Wasilewski. What an impressive set of accomplishments. Congratulations. Wow. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Patrick Balls, Associate Professor of Mathematics and Director of the University Honors Program. Dr. Balls was the recipient of the 2015 Distinguished Teaching Award. He has the honor of presenting this year's award. Patrick?
Thank you, Chancellor. Welcome to everyone and good morning. Congratulations to all graduates, families, friends, and loved ones. As the recipient of last year's Distinguished Teacher of the Year Award, it is my pleasure to announce this year's recipient. And please believe me when I say that nothing could give me greater joy. In reflecting on this person's record, the first thing we note is that they, if you'll permit me the gender-neutral pronoun that helps to build a slow reveal, have taught all over campus. In 14 years at the university, they have led courses in the Honors Program, the Humanities Program, the Masters of Liberal Arts Program, the Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies Program, as well as in their own department. This person works tirelessly for their students outside the classroom as well, advising over 30 senior theses in the last 5 years alone. Moreover, this person has also been an early adopter of classroom technologies such as Moodle and Mahara, and regularly applies contemplative pedagogies to help students. This person's scholarship on teaching and learning is extensive, including work on curricular design, critical thinking in the classroom, and trigger warnings, among many other subjects. Despite the considerable efforts it takes to have a strong and long-standing impact on student learning across campus as a whole, This person has retained an unassuming demeanor characterized by calm, humility, and supportiveness. This demeanor strikes students, for whom no word comes to mind more often than encouraging. The student who nominated this year's recipient notes that this person stimulates insightful discussion from everyone in the class, herself included, and is able to do so in an encouraging and not forced manner. That's the end of the quote. Another student echoes these sentiments, noting how the recipient's reflective temperament makes for a humanizing experience in the classroom. Quoting, "She is honest and fair, as well as warmly encouraging and engaging. At the end of Humanities 324, after difficult week-long discussions about complicated historical events, she sat with us and acknowledged the weight of the subjects we had encountered. Rather than simply teach, she experienced the class with us." End quote. A third student's experience was similar, and I quote, "That class was the gateway course for my intended major. I wanted to make a good impression, and I was worried I would become overwhelmed by the college-level requirements. I was terrified that I would fail to live up to the expectations or offer a foolish idea. My nervousness was assuaged the moment this person entered the classroom, as she had a presence that put even the most anxious student at ease. In my entire college career, I had not encountered another professor who had the same ability to make all of his or her students feel so welcome." Our recipient's colleagues echo these views. One colleague, focusing on the recipient's role as a teacher of teachers, writes, quote, "This person is well organized, patient, and reflective. She is adept at bringing in many voices to discussions, encouraging and respectful of everyone in the room. And I myself can personally attest to this, having attended several workshops and seminars that this person has led, and having left all of them with new knowledge and with the feeling that my own ideas were given fair consideration." Our colleague continues, "Even if this person wasn't currently teaching, I would still see her as deserving of a teaching award. Her immersion in faculty development has been an incredible gift, underscoring our institutional commitment to teaching and helping to create a campus culture where involvement in teaching and helping in teaching initiatives is both valued and valuable." Her chair agrees. She's been an essential university citizen during her whole time here, serving on the faculty senate, organizing transdisciplinary faculty development events, and tirelessly working on our very successful biennial Queer Studies Conference. Indeed, our recipient this year is perhaps best known to most of us, in the faculty anyway, for her work as a champion for campus-wide teaching and learning, particularly as the very embodiment of our quality enhancement plan, Inquiry Arc. No one else could have brought the same admixture of intelligence, thoughtfulness, rigor, flexibility, planning, poise, and humble humanity that has made the Inquiry Arc program succeed as well as it has in helping students to develop truly reflective, critical thinking skills in every discipline. The scope and scale of this program alone will lead to a learning legacy that any teacher would be proud of. So for all that she has done to foster learning, not only for her students, but for her colleagues as well, we are delighted to bestow the 2015-16 Distinguished Teacher of the Year Award to Associate Professor of English, Dr. Lorena Russell.
Thank you, Patrick, and congratulations, Dr. Russell. Dr. Russell is now the new mace bearer. So, Lorena, that means you have to take the mace home with you. You have to keep it with you at all times. So, what a distinguished career. What a set of accomplishments. Thank you for honoring all of us with your presence and for the incredible work you do with our students. Congratulations, Lorena. Thank you. Wow. It is truly my great pleasure to now introduce to you a woman who needs no introduction in this crowd, Maya Newland, our 2015-16 Student Government Association President and Student Trustee. Maya is from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. She graduates today with a double major in political science and sociology, a minor in Africana studies, and a pre-med focus. Since her freshman year, Maya has been an active and engaged member of the campus community. She has held many important leadership positions. After graduation, Maya plans to work in Washington, D.C. on urban health policy, followed by graduate school and medical school. Her ultimate goal is to work as a public health physician in both the United States and Africa. And there is so much more to say about this outstanding student leader, and we'll hear more about her in just a moment. But for now, let's hear from Maya. Maya, will you join me at the podium?
Let me see some smiles. It's our day. It's our day to be happy and to be just joyful. So with that, I have to say, Bulldogs, we made it. Through the sleepless nights, mad dashes of parking, and highs on coffee, we made it. Through the long hours at your job with the boss that was scratching at your last nerve, we made it. Through the identity crisis of growth and the short realizations of self, we made it. Through the birth of children and the maintenance of families, we made it. Through the hours in the lab, in the field, and in the classroom, we made it. On the court, in the CAF, through Highsmith, and through Mills, we made it. Today is the day that your work has made, so be glad in it. Congratulations to the hours, to the innovation, to the passion that you have brought to your future and to this institution. This class has contributed a great deal to one another, this university, the Asheville community, North Carolina, this country, and the world. You have completed over 2,000 service hours with student organizations. Hundreds of you have graduated with distinction in your major. Our athletes have won over 115 games during this year's season. When I started to think about what I wanted to say in this speech, I was not sure where I wanted to go with it. Should I give you the typical go off and be happy, soar in your life, run down a list of memories, or should I remind you that Black Lives Matter? But after last year, I think you already know. So I decided to go around and ask our administrators, faculty, and staff members what they would say to us. And here are a few things that stuck out to me. Number one, live in the moment. Remember to enjoy the place that you are at. The future will be there, but the present will pass. Number two, work hard. College has been your shelter, and now it's time to reap your harvest. Number three, be proud of your journey. Through the ups and the downs, no matter your path, there's a reason that you're sitting here today. Remember to come back. Remember that this university is the reason that you're actually here today. The connections you have made will take you far, and the people that come after us will need the same. I have taken a great deal away from you all in these past 4 years, and I wanted us to remember that we are innovative, passionate, intelligent by far, curious, headstrong, and most of all, seriously creative. We stare injustice in the face without fear, but with confidence and a plan for action and change. We are aware of local and national events and their greater impacts on society. We fight hard, not only for ourselves, but for each other. Go out and show the world your true blue colors. Live life for your happiness and give back to the communities that you are part of for their prosperity. Speak out on injustice and stand strong with those who need your help. The world is not too big, nor are you too small to make a difference. I believe in you just like you should believe in yourself. In the words of Viola Davis from The Help, you is smart, you is kind, and you is important. I'm so proud to be part of the class of 2016. Congrats, grads.
Thank you, Maya. It's been a true pleasure to work with you. I have no doubt you will have a spectacular future, and you will represent UNC Asheville so very well as you begin this next chapter of your life. So I want you to stay here for just a moment longer, because I have something else to share with you. The A.C. Reynolds Award and Thomas D. Reynolds Prize are presented to a graduate who has demonstrated outstanding service to the campus community. This year, we recognize Maya Newland, this outstanding student leader that I have here beside me. As I mentioned earlier, Maya is a deeply engaged member of our campus community, having served as Student Government Association president and student trustee. Additionally, Maya is an active member of the Black Student Association, the Diversity Action Council, University Planning Council, captain of the cheer and dance team, and founder of the student publication, Shades of Color. In her time at UNC Asheville, she has worked as a resident assistant, peer connections mentor, orientation leader, university ambassador, multicultural student program volunteer, and student organization supervisor with the Student Activities, Involvement, and Leadership Office. Maya has been a leader in important campus conversations and an advocate for social justice movements concerning diversity and inclusion. Her own undergraduate research has explored how dedicated space for students of color can affect their college experience. She served as an effective, respectful, wise, and engaged student trustee, whose voice was encouraged and sought out by her colleagues on the board as they pursued significant steps in connecting more deeply with our community and recognizing the legacy and impact of trustee emeritus Al Whitesides. I am so very pleased to recognize Maya Newland as this year's recipient of the A.C. Reynolds Award and Thomas D. Reynolds Prize for Campus Service. Congratulations, Maya. The next student award I'd like to present and recognize another accomplished student is the William and Ida Friday Award, which honors an outstanding graduate who has served the larger community with distinction. This year, we honor Paige Love. Paige, would you please come forward? On campus and in the classroom and on the basketball court, Paige Love is one of those people who seems to be everywhere at once. I like your net. Look at this, people. Not everyone can sport a championship basketball net, but that's your way to rock the net, Paige. She has made a profound impact on this campus and the Asheville community as an outstanding and hardworking student, an exceptional athlete, and a community volunteer. She has dedicated a significant amount of her time here at UNC Asheville to making a difference in the community. Her work in this area has been recently acknowledged nationally through her nomination for the 2016 All-State National Association of Basketball Coaches and the Women's Basketball Coaches Association Good Works Team, a prestigious community service award that recognizes a distinguished group of student athletes who have demonstrated a commitment to enriching the lives of others and contributing to the greater good of their community. An abridged list of Paige's many contributions includes volunteering with the Rocky Readers Program to promote reading among elementary school students, coaching and encouraging youth in Asheville community through 2-week basketball clinics in the summer, serving as a Special Olympics buddy coach, serving as a volunteer for Healthy Kids Day in downtown Asheville, working with the Shiloh Community Association, assisting the community with everything from landscaping to social media, serving as an active member of the UNC Asheville Student Athletic Advisory Council since 2012. These are just a few of her many contributions to campus and the community, contributions that she has made all while appearing on the Dean's List and playing a key leadership role on UNC Asheville's championship women's basketball team. Paige has inspired her teammates, both on and off the court, to follow her lead and give back to the community. Paige, I'm so pleased to recognize you as this year's recipient of the William and Ida Friday Award for Service. Congratulations. Thank you, Paige. Whichever way you want to go, Paige, is just fine. You're going to be fine. And now I have the pleasure to welcome Dr. Gwendolyn Whitfield, Assistant Chair and Associate Professor of Management, to the podium to recognize the recipient of the 2016 Manley Wright Award.
Good morning. The Manley Wright Award is presented annually to the graduate who ranks first in scholarship. This year's recipient is Emily Lanier. Emily, will you please come forward? Emily, as a stellar student and Laurels Fellow of high intellectual merit, you are the embodiment of a liberal arts education. While earning a Bachelor of Science degree in chemistry, you weren't just a top 4.0 chemistry student. You were at the top of every class across campus. From science and math to art, humanities, and writing, you excelled across disciplines in creative and inspiring ways. Gifted in the laboratory and with a pen, you are an exemplary student, always ready to rise to the challenge. Resourceful and interesting, self-possessed and mature, we know you will become an outstanding and highly impactful scientist during your career. For your intelligence, your curiosity, and enthusiastic commitment to learning, we are proud to award you the Manley Wright Award for Scholarship.
Congratulations, Emily. Well done. Thank you, Gwen. Would Pat Smith, Chair of the UNC Asheville Board of Trustees, and Bill Haggard, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, join me at the podium as we begin to recognize our honorary degree recipients? Okay. This year, we recognize 3 individuals who have made a significant difference in their professions, their communities, and beyond, and in all of our collective good. They inspire, and today we honor them. Julia Ray, will you please join me at the podium? Ms. Julia Greenlee Ray, you have always been a shining example of civic engagement to generations in our mountain home. Your story begins over 100 years ago in the small town of Marion, where your family had lived for many generations. After graduating from Barbara Scotia College, you made your home in Asheville with your late husband, Jesse Ray. You are an entrepreneur, a role model, and a change maker. In 1938, you and Jesse founded the Jesse Ray Funeral Home, which you managed for many years. You also established Ray's Cleaners in partnership with your brother-in-law, Howard Ray. Both served as fixtures in the Asheville business community. In addition to your entrepreneurial partnerships while raising your children, you put your heart and hand to community work. Some of your earliest organizing took place 75 years ago. In 1942, when you arranged the early morning send-offs for World War II soldiers, fueled for the long bus ride with coffee and donuts. An early focus of your volunteer time was the YMI Cultural Center. During World War II, you organized USO activities and later was one of the early founders of the Goombay Festival. For your labors of love, along with your husband Jesse, the YMI recognized your contributions with the naming of the Ray Auditorium, a beautiful community gathering space. You lived through all the hardships of Jim Crow and did all you could to resist and confront it. You taught your children, it is not what you look like, it is how you act. You always carried yourself with great dignity. You prepared your 2 youngest children to be some of the first African-American students to enroll in the all-white Newton Elementary School. Your visionary work at the YWCA, or as we like to say, the YW, was instrumental in addressing racism, discrimination against women, poverty, and creating opportunities for community residents. You were a guiding light at the YW through a bumpy road toward integration and a founding member of the YWCA Booster Club, which was created to support the first Black board president. Your volunteer work extended to the American Red Cross Board and the Buncombe County Library Commission. You were the first African-American woman to serve on the board of Mission Hospital and were appointed by the governor to serve as a trustee of UNC Asheville, where you gave wise counsel for 8 years. You were on the first board of the North Carolina Center for Creative Retirement, now the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at UNC Asheville. Understanding the financial challenges students often face, you and your family established the Julia G. Ray Endowed Scholarship, which provides support for 1 student every year. For your community work, you have been honored as one of Asheville's living treasures, and with the Mission Mahek Dr. Martin Luther King Lifetime Achievement Award. Now it is time for your friends and colleagues here at UNC Asheville to celebrate you. It is an honor and a privilege to present you with an honorary degree and to affirm your membership in the community of alumni of the University of North Carolina at Asheville. Mrs. Julia Ray, in recognition of your professional achievements, your service to the community, and your role as a powerful leader and role model for all the residents of Asheville, the Board of Trustees of the University of North Carolina at Asheville is proud to award you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Congratulations, Julia. Thank you, Julia, and congratulations. I don't know about you, but I think 100 is the new 75. This is amazing. What a history, what a legacy, what an honor. Could I ask John Cram to please join me at the podium? John Cram, as a central figure in the creation of Asheville's creative economy, as a community builder and sustainer, and as a strong and tireless supporter of Asheville culture, you are essential to Asheville's status as a cultural capital. Asheville would not be the vital innovation center that it is today without your founding vision and continued support. Your achievements are an inspiration to us all, and we, often unknowingly, appreciate your work every time we enjoy this great city. Having discovered Asheville in the early 1970s, you rented space in Biltmore Village and started the New Morning Gallery. Around the same time, you also founded the Village Art and Craft Fair, now in its 44th year. Both projects were inspired by a love of beautiful handmade objects. This love, you realized, bridged the town and the country cultures of Appalachia through a mutual appreciation of fine art and craft. The New Morning Gallery was so successful that by 1978, you had bought your first gallery space. You further strengthened the fledgling Asheville scene with another innovative business soon after, the Bellagio, a gallery and boutique featuring art to wear. Next, you created two pillars of downtown Asheville. The first, Blue Spiral 1, in 1990. The Blue Spiral 1 gallery started bringing people from the urban malls back to downtown, something unheard of at that time. In addition to the Blue Spiral, you brought the nearby rundown theater building, then showing less than reputable films, refurbished it, and everyone knows what I mean, and opened Asheville's Fine Art Theater, starting the Asheville Film Festival as well. You also found time to give significant service to our city, the state, and the nation. You don't advertise this much, John, but a percentage of your business's sales go to the Conservation Trust for North Carolina and the Southern Appalachian Highlands Conservancy. And all of us who enjoy downtown Asheville thank you for your efforts as a city preservationist. So in addition to being a hero for supporting Asheville culture, you are also an Asheville Echo hero. Among the many awards you have received are the Asheville Police Department Award for Community Service, and quite recently, the state of North Carolina gave you its highest civilian honor, the North Carolina Award, for your work in the fine arts. A generous supporter of Asheville culture, you do much of your important work without asking for and sometimes even avoiding recognition. For instance, your strong yet quiet support of the Black Mountain College Museum and Art Center, a UNC Asheville downtown partner, keeps alive the memory of one of the great American experiments in education and art. Another example was your response to Hurricane Katrina through the donation of a Habitat for Humanity house in New Orleans named after Will Henry Stevens, an artist who had lived in New Orleans and whose estate is represented by the Blue Spiral Gallery. John Cram, in recognition of your professional achievements, your central place in creating and sustaining Asheville's vibrant community, and your service to the city, state, and beyond, the Board of Trustees of the University of North Carolina at Asheville is proud to award you the degree Doctor of Fine Arts. Congratulations. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Virgil Smith, would you please join me at the podium? Virgil L. Smith, you have a history of stepping up to the plate. Early on, as the eldest of 8 children, you stepped up as a big brother and a father figure to your 7 younger siblings. As an outfielder for Sacramento High, you were drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers organization right out of high school. After playing professional baseball, you decided that the Major League Baseball was not going to meet your expectations. Your next move was to reconnect with your high school friend, Joanne. Together, you have loved and raised 3 wonderful children, including Kenya, who is a UNC Asheville alumna and serves on our National Alumna Council. Virgil, you stepped up to the plate once again, enlisting in the U.S. Army Reserve during the Vietnam era. Even in boot camp, you excelled, and your company designated you honor trainee. You went on to serve 8 years in the Army Reserve. After earning both a Bachelor of Science and a Master of Science degree from the University of San Francisco, you began your publishing career at the Sacramento Bee. You moved on to the Fresno Bee as Director of Consumer Marketing and Chief Labor Negotiator. In 1991, you joined the Gannett Company as Associate Publisher in Stockton, California, and you were named President and Publisher in 1992. In 1996, you and Joanne and the kids moved to Asheville, where you stepped up to the plate again as the first African-American publisher of a mainstream newspaper in North Carolina and as president and publisher of the Asheville Citizens-Time. As a local historian has noted, Virgil came into Asheville as a lamb, quiet, observing, listening, and he left as a lion. During your tenure at the Citizen-Time, the newspaper was recognized twice with a Leadership and Diversity Award, was awarded a gold medal for journalism excellence, and was acknowledged as a most improved newspaper. You initiated the President's Circle, a panel of locals who offered opinions on how the newspaper was being received and how it might improve the relationship between itself and the community. You initiated the Community Editorial Board. You were instrumental in bringing to Asheville a youth voter education program, Kids Voting, which you supported with your leadership and your own resources. You served on the board of directors of the YMI Cultural Center, and you and Joanne hosted the annual Christmas party that no one wanted to miss. And of course, you served 2 four-year terms as trustee of this fine institution, and you continue to serve as trustee emeritus. Again, you rose to a new challenge, and you moved to Gannett headquarters as Vice President for Talent Management, Vice President for Talent Acquisition, and Vice President for Diversity for the media conglomerate. At every step of your professional journey, you were opening doors for new young journalists of every ethnicity. And while you were blazing trails in publishing, you were changing the communities in which you lived and worked. Your awards are too numerous to enumerate here, but among them are awards for your work and advocacy on issues such as childhood education, peace and justice, leadership and improving access for people of color in journalism and media, and many others. The common traits attributed to you and celebrated in all your awards are leadership, commitment, and generosity. You exemplify the ideals of public service, responsible and effective business management, and your integrity is admired by all who have worked with you across the wide spectrum of your many interests. As you told our Bulldog athletes a few years ago, the first word is to remember to be honest. You also said, always be ready to challenge yourself. And by your deeds and accomplishments, we know you have lived by your words. Now you serve as general partner and as a certified life and career coach in the business you founded, the Smith Edwards Group, LLC, a coaching and consulting firm. Virgil, you have truly stepped up to the plate again and again. Because of your efforts, of your good work, dozens of journalists of color have found their place in media across the country. Because of your commitment to family, work, and community, Asheville and North Carolina are better places. In recognition of your life and your work, the Board of Trustees of the University of North Carolina at Asheville is proud to award you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters. Congratulations, Virgil. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to our newly minted Doctor of Humane Letters and this year's commencement speaker, Virgil Smith.
Thank you, Chancellor Grant. Thank you, Board Chair Pat Smith. Thank you, Board of Trustees, for giving me this honor today to speak to the graduates of 2016. It's the highest honor that I've ever had in my life, and I hope, graduates, that you take a little something from the message that I'm going to share with you today. Let me commence by extending my congratulations to John Cram and Julia Ray. John Cram, for his recognition of 40 years of entrepreneurship and decades-long sharing of Southern fine art and entrepreneurship in Asheville. He has done a remarkable job, and he is a living legend. I also want to recognize a heroine of mine, Mrs. Julia Ray, for honorary degree, and most importantly, for 101 years of life. Both John and Julia are inspirations to all of us. And graduates, think about what they're going to say about you when you reach 101 years of age. I'd also like to acknowledge 3 award-winning Bulldog coaches. It's not often that a university the size of Asheville has 3 coaches who are named Coach of the Year in Division I athletics. First of all, our men's basketball coach, recognized by Hoops HD, Nick McDevitt, named Big South Coach of the Year. Women's basketball coach, Brenda Mock Kirkpatrick, recognized by Hero Sports, and the Big South as the Women's Coach of the Year. And Elizabeth Likens, who was named the Coastal Collegiate Sports Association Swimming Championships Co-Coach of the Year. Congratulations, coaches and student athletes, on this well-deserved recognition. I'd like to make one other comment and offer special recognition for UNC Asheville Professor of Management, Robert Uraut, for being named to the Order of the Long Leaf Pine. As the Chancellor mentioned, the highest civilian honor bestowed by the Governor of North Carolina. Congratulations, Professor Uraut. To the parents here today, my wife and I, Joanne, we sat in your seat 16 years ago when our daughter Kenya graduated from UNC Asheville. It was a proud day for our family, as I know it is for you today. Our daughter leveraged her education here from UNC Asheville into an outstanding career, where she now gives back to young people each and every day. And I know your sons and daughters will continue to make you proud. And to the mothers, what better gift than a child who's graduated from UNC Asheville for Mother's Day tomorrow. So graduates of 2016, I know I speak on behalf of your family, your friends, the faculty, the alumni, and everyone here today when I say congratulations on a job well done. We all know the hard work it takes to reach this important educational milestone. I know the faculty, staff, administrators, and everyone associated with UNC Asheville have given you tremendous support as you've worked towards your undergraduate and graduate degrees. I also know you anticipate well-deserved celebrations. So I'll be succinct, cogent, and to the point as I share with you a few thoughts and ask you a very important question. The question I have for you is, what will you do to begin your legacy of giving back, to make your community a better place for all? During your time here at UNC Asheville, you have been challenged, nurtured, and mentored. And clearly, by the awards that were presented earlier today and your acts throughout your academic career, you understand the importance of service. You may have heard the phrase, "To whom much is given, much is expected." Well, I'd like to share with you a personal story. In 1996, I was given the opportunity and responsibility of leading our local newspaper, the Asheville Citizen-Times. There was some tension during the initial stages of my career, of my tenure, as we were moving rapidly to change the direction of the newspaper by taking on tough issues and focusing on strong investigative reporting. I remember a telephone call from a reader who scolded me and said, "Mr. Publisher, you have a responsibility to bring us together and not tear us apart." This was a wake-up call for me, as it made me realize I was not honoring my motivation for becoming a publisher in the first place, which was to improve the lives of the residents in the communities we served. I steered away from my basic personal tenet, which is one must leave a legacy of good deeds as you journey through life. And you've heard that today about John Cram and Julia Ray. In my efforts to fulfill this principle, we refocused to make the newspaper a trusted source for news and information by spearheading and sponsoring initiatives that brought the community together. To help us understand the diverse communities of Western North Carolina, we established a process whereby our editors and managers, we visited people and organizations across the region. This effort to listen, learn, and respond was meaningful and may be a strategy that benefits you. Listen, learn, and respond. Fortunately, I worked with outstanding colleagues and many astute and caring members of this notable community. We were all committed to the goal of making Asheville and Western North Carolina a better place with balanced reporting, volunteerism, and support of the business community. I recall some of the stories and editorials we published, such as the Vision 2000 series, which focused on what type of community we wanted to be and what it would take to realize that vision. We held a series of leadership meetings with business and governmental leaders and the general public to establish priorities for the community, one of which resulted in an engineering partnership between UNC Asheville and NC State. We made education a core community objective, which has led to improvements in the high school dropout rate in Asheville and also in the state of North Carolina. We established a visionary theme of what type of community do we want for our children? Together, we made a difference. So graduates, we know you are prepared to embrace challenges that come your way, and you will make a difference in your communities. Our university, UNC Asheville, is recognized by the Princeton Review as the top school in the nation for making an impact and offering the best community service opportunities for on-campus student engagement. This ranking clearly indicates that you were afforded opportunities to understand, experience, and appreciate the importance of community involvement and the concept of giving back. Your student body presidents, Maya Newland and James Whalen, led an historic effort in the renaming of New Hall to Whitesides Hall after Mr. Alfred Whitesides Jr. for his support of UNC Asheville and the Asheville community. This action is laudable, and it's an example of leadership and sophistication and understanding the importance of leaving a legacy of giving back by celebrating one of the community's heroes and bringing people together to celebrate the historic event. I'm sure most of you have considered where do you want to make your home and begin your career with that first job. Regarding that first job, remember this. If you find work that you love, you will never work a day in your life. Find and follow your passion. With your educational achievements and experiences at UNC Asheville, many people will look to you for community leadership and new ideas. I urge you to go forward and take the opportunity to serve your community in a bold and innovative way, and to embrace the challenge and responsibility to make your communities a beacon of hope and inclusion, a place where you are proud to call home, raise your children, earn a living, and enjoy the journey of life. Your communities need to hear your voices and benefit from your knowledge and skills to improve public policy, the environment, education of children, equity in the criminal justice system, access to affordable health care, support for the arts, care of the elderly, economic development, and bring a reasonable voice to the political discourse. The community you select will be more diverse than any time in history, bringing multivarious voices to the dialogue for equality. Your voice and leadership will be essential in the global community as technology continues to make our world smaller and more connected each day. As the next generation of leaders and graduates of this illustrious liberal arts college, you have demonstrated your ability to listen, to learn, to think critically, and to build relationships that will last a lifetime. Allow me to offer a quote from Albert Schweitzer, a French-German philosopher. Mr. Schweitzer says, "I don't know what your destiny will be, but one thing I know, the ones among you who will be really happy are those who have sought and found how to serve." I offer you a few concepts to consider as you leave this university and move forward in life. Believe in yourself and be the best you can be. Embrace change, as change is constant. Be a lifelong learner and share your knowledge. Find a mentor, someone who believes in you, and someone you trust. Find a champion. A champion is the advocate voice when you are not around to advocate for yourself. These tips have served me well, and I believe will be useful to you as you go forward with your lives. Congratulations again on your achievement. It is richly deserved, and I join your proud family, friends, loved ones, and this distinguished university in wishing you all the best with the next chapter of your life that we all believe will bring exciting new experiences, opportunities, and challenges. Allow me to close with a quote from Nelson Mandela. "Education is the most powerful weapon that can change the world." Congratulations, graduating class of 2016.
Thank you, Virgil, for your remarks, your wisdom, and your years of service to our city and this university. It is now my great pleasure to welcome Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Joseph Urgo, to the podium for the conferring of degrees. Dr. Urgo.
Good morning. Since 1991, UNC Asheville has awarded a master's degree in liberal arts, a unique offering in higher education. The Interdisciplinary Master of Liberal Arts and Sciences program challenges students to explore the interconnectedness of the human condition. From arts and humanities to the natural and social sciences, the MLAS degree is an extraordinary and important component of UNC Asheville's liberal arts mission. Will the candidates for the Master of Liberal Arts and Sciences please stand? Chancellor Grant, these students are candidates for the master's degree and have been endorsed by the faculty and the registrar. I present them to you for the awarding of degrees.
In recognition of your successful completion of the course of study and your fulfillment of requirements by vote of the university faculty, with the approval of the Board of Trustees and the concurrence of the Board of Governors, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by these boards and the state of North Carolina, I confer upon you degree of Master of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Will you please come forward to receive your diplomas?
Robin Lynn Cape. Nina Flagler Hall. Tonge Leslie Maadzwa. Margaret Virginia Williams. Will all of the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please stand? That's the one you're getting. Chancellor Grant, these students are candidates for the baccalaureate degree and have been endorsed by the faculty and registrar. I present them to you for the awarding of degrees.
In recognition of your successful completion of the course of study and your fulfillment of requirements by vote of university faculty, with the approval of the Board of Trustees and the concurrence of the Board of Governors, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by these boards and the state of North Carolina, I confer upon each of you as appropriate the degree Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science and Engineering, or Bachelor of Science. You may now take your seat and will be called forward to receive your diplomas.
Catherine Allison Artema. Lindsay Taylor Absher. Amber Victoria Abu Nasser. Michael James Aesthorpe. Victory! Michael Dylan Abinger. Charles Tyler Allen. Christy May Ambler. David Mark Ammon. Emma Lee Anderson, summa cum laude. John Ryan Armstrong. Martha Ellen Austin. Heather Elizabeth Bacon. Zachary Phillips Ball. Candace Audrey Bangham, cum laude. Brett Gerard Barker. Gray Monroe Barrett, magna cum laude. Elena Page Bates. Scarlett Abigail Beeman. John James Beechin. Veronica Alicia Bejarano. Bridget Lydia Bellinger. Echo Faye Benink. Mercedes Brooke Bentley. Asher Simon Bernstein. Madeline May Burton. Jemiah Jerice Black. Kayla Renee Blair, summa cum laude. Scott Ellis Bolte. Emily Ann Bonner, summa cum laude. Savannah Walker Bowman. Noah Timothy Bragg. Lauren LaRae Brooker. Markia Tiffany Brooks. Caleb Andrew Brown. Heather Renee Brown, cum laude. Morgan Taylor Brown. Devin Haley Browning. Morgan Elizabeth Buckner. Joel Kirk Budd III. June Buttrick. Barbara Lee Bird, summa cum laude. Jonathan Douglas Cannon. Hannah Renee Capps. Trevor Beauchamp Carr. Dylan Cody Carter. Philip Alexander Carwayne. Anthony Paul Chavez. Berkeley Sky Churchill. McKinley Elizabeth Churchwell, cum laude. Edward Luca Sindrick. John Stabler Cochran. William John Condon III. Ashworth Carrington Cohn. Christine Alexandra Cooper, cum laude. Mary Alexis Cordell. Carolyn Marita Coyle. Haley Elizabeth Crabtree. Hannah Elizabeth Criswell. Alexander Willem Allen Croker. Stephanie Nicole Cruz. Leah Rachel Curtis Fine. Talene Gabrielle Dadian, magna cum laude. Aaron Bonner Daniel. Emily Christine Davidson. Caitlin Nicole Davis. Matthew Joseph Deitch. Robert Taliaferro Denton. Stephen Campbell Diesla. Kirsten Allison Dolman. Michelle Lee Dubé. Jonathan Scott DeBrule, magna cum laude. Nakiska Colleen Duff. Ashley Marie Elder. Mateo Enriquez Paternini. Nicole Ann Erskine. Sierra Brianne Everhart. Rachel Ann Foster. Brooke Miranda Farmer, magna cum laude. Montana E. Fensky. Annalise Sophia Ferry, magna cum laude. Gabriel Glenn Faubert, cum laude. Leslie Itunu Frompong. Jessica Ann Freyer, summa cum laude. Anna Flair Gachachiladze, magna cum laude. Brenna Pellington Gaffney. Melanie Lynn Gartz. Jennifer Ann Gotti, summa cum laude. Megan Doyle Gaynor. Sarah Taylor Gibson. Cassandra Renee Ginley. Natalie Elise Gladden. Melissa Renee Gold, cum laude. Jennifer Marie Goldenberg. Jesse Isaac Goldman. India Marcia Good Prochaska. Ryan James Gray. Alexandra Hunter Griffin, cum laude. Joshua David Grimes. Sarah Grace Halevi, summa cum laude. Jessica Claire Harper. Christopher James Harris. Ayla Adele Harvey. Patrick Michael Healy. Drew Thomas Hines. Alexandra Georgia Helms. John Holbrook Hendricks. Zachary Martin High. Sean Daniel Hill, magna cum laude. Jennifer Nicole Hires. Anna Alexandrovna Hitrova, cum laude. Emily Ariella Hollander. Jeffrey Scott Horner, magna cum laude. Lindsay Renee House, cum laude. Scott Campbell Huffam, cum laude. Dina Janine Hughes, magna cum laude. Alexandra Elizabeth Humber. Catherine Elizabeth Huntley, cum laude. Jason Alexander Iglesias. Felix Arinzi Ahenacho. Brett Johannes Ickenberry Humphrey. Mariah Gabrielle Ingram, cum laude. Nina Marie Ireland. Allie Irene Jacobius. Dustin Seth James. Hannah Elizabeth James, summa cum laude. Juliana Mercedes Jarrett Morales. Jordan Javadi. Callan Grace Jennings. Brianna Rochelle Joseph. Matthew Hodge Joyce, cum laude. Kristen Ann Call, summa cum laude. Miles Nicholas Kelly, cum laude. Elizabeth Ariel Kellogg. Theodore Gleason Kellogg III, cum laude. Michael Alexander Kelly. Mary Laura Dalton Kennedy, magna cum laude. John Howard Kepchar III. Kuret Ulan Nair Khan. Harry Thomas Kibbe IV, magna cum laude. Andre Carolyn. Rachel Lynn Kish. Benjamin James Kleino. Aaron Seth Kreisman. Daniel Krepak, summa cum laude. Phoebe Allegra Krasinski, summa cum laude. Kira Renee Leander. Patrick David Lebo, summa cum laude. Jonas Franklin Lemieux. Amy Caroline Lewis. Kira Lane Lewis. Colin Presswick Lai. Emily Brianne Lindesmith, cum laude. Devin Christopher Lipford. Isabel Carolyn Lofquist, cum laude. Sarah Catherine Luca, magna cum laude. Keaton Connell McLean. Sarah Gitali Malin Korn, magna cum laude. Katie Elizabeth Major. Brenna Kathleen Martin. Caitlin Ann Matisse. Austin James McDermott. Catherine Helen McDonald. Madeline Marianne McIntyre, magna cum laude. Emily Ann Stein McKelvey. Ryan David McMahon, summa cum laude. Jessica Leanne McFatter. James Lawrence Metzger. Carly Nicole Michael. James Kyung Chao Min. Findley Dean Montgomery. Cameron David Moore. Laura Marie Moore. Marley Rose Moreno. Samuel Martin Matzinger, summa cum laude. Molly Ann Murray. Austin Minnis Napper. Elliot Molina Nart, summa cum laude. James Thomas Neal, magna cum laude. Maya Victoria Newland. Amanda Morgan Newton, summa cum laude. Linnell William Nix. Sana Amy Ng. Lauren Leandra Noto. Peter Bauman Oas. Nathaniel James Odom. Megan Teresa O'Donnell, magna cum laude. Andrew David Ogle, cum laude. Ashley Nicole Oliver. Madison Alexandra Ollie. John Frederick O'Neill. Emily Lauren Ostertag. Kobe Carmelo Pampilonio. Thomas Orestes Panulas, cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Parker. Elizabeth Ruth Bernice Partridge, cum laude. Juliana Nicole Paragini. Kristen Lee Phelps. James Christopher Phillips. Catherine Elizabeth Pittman. Madison Nicole Postlethwaite. Hannah Nicole Presser. Tyler Stephen Price. Jessica Nicole Pringle. Emma Jane Pyron. Shadow Kathy Lucina Quessenberry. Coleman Dunham Rains. Brianna Nicole Reese. Nicholas Lloyd Raywalt. Anne Catherine Reed. Tamara Laverne Rito. Madeline Emma Richardson. Kia Heather Ring. Elizabeth Carol Robinson. Sonia Clarissa Finlayson Robinson. Jacob Benjamin Rogers, magna cum laude. Eric Otto Rubino. Margaret Ann Russell. Paula Andrea Salas Parades. Hannah Marie Sasser. Kipling Beck Sales. Madeline Adair Schoenthaler. Timothy Daniel Scroggs, summa cum laude. Zachary Chase Seguin, cum laude. Paul Albert Cirque. Bernard Daniel Shavy. Mary Allison Shell, summa cum laude. Joseph Weston Timberlake Shepherd, summa cum laude. Joshua Henry Shuford. Joseph Connor Sigmeister. Shanae Alexandra Simoni, magna cum laude. Troy Allen Simerson. Caitlin Ashley Sines. Nathan Zachary Singer. Samantha Heath Singer. John Harrison Slaughter IV. Mark Willis Smathers. Jason Raymond Smith. Jessica Claire Smith. Raymond William Smith. Sarah Lynn Smith. Cassie August Smith Woodman. Emily Genevieve Summers, cum laude. Jonathan Hugo Sauder. Rebecca Allen Spritz. Aaron David Stern. Alexandria Lee Stratford. Grace Gardner Strayhorn. Kimberly Elizabeth Stubbs. Calder John Steyer. Alec James Sumner. Adrian Suskauer, cum laude. Caroline May Swenson, magna cum laude. Jared Elijah Talbert. Joseph Edward Tamburino. Megan Aubrey Thigh, cum laude. Rebecca Lee Ruth Todd, magna cum laude. Tamsin and Stratton Tadisco. Brittany Nicole Toms. Megan Veronica Triplett, summa cum laude. Matthew Allen Turpin. Jackson Boone Tweed, magna cum laude. Sarah Jane Umstead. Megan Ann Van Voorhees, magna cum laude. Megan Taylor Van Huysen. Savannah Joyce Wade. Lacey Victoria Wallace, summa cum laude. Stephen Albert Waltz, cum laude. Anna Lee Warasilla. Marin Allen Manota Ward. Carolyn Jean Warren. Brandon Lionel Watson. Marie Kenley Welch. Mackenzie Whalen, magna cum laude. Brandy Nicole Wisnunt. Zane Joseph Whitner. Ryan Anderson Wittenhouse. Hannah Danielle Whipke, magna cum laude. Olive Pearl Wilbur. Rachel Ann Wilkin. Carly Ann Willett. Taylor Wayne Williams. Ashley Marie Wilson. Catherine Porter Wietek, magna cum laude. Amber Michelle Woodring. Candace Elizabeth Workman. Jared Michael Worley, magna cum laude. Shauna Danielle Wright. Andrew Thomas White. Rachel Heather Young. Zena Marie Zangwill. For the Bachelor of Fine Arts, James John Berlin. Joseph David Dowdy. Lindsay Nicole Roberts. Kevin Charles Watson, summa cum laude. For the Bachelor of Science in Engineering, a degree awarded jointly by UNC Asheville and North Carolina State University, Justin William Alabaster. Stephen Thomas Barnwell. Richard Lauren Bilharn. Benjamin Brewer Bowman, magna cum laude. Eli Dwayne Buckner, summa cum laude. Francis Parker Caraher. Audrew Easley Cockrell. Rian Katsia. Gabriel Logan Early, magna cum laude. Brandon Reed Essick. Sean Leonard Finnegan.
Oh, yes. Give me that thing, girl. Come on. Oh, thank you so much.
Jordan Matthew Lapointe. Sean Patrick Mackey. Samuel James McCormick. Daniel Gregory Miller. Connor Tiernan Monahan. Stephen Eric Moyer. Robin Dominique Green Peoples. Raymond David Pinter. Christopher Michael Sigmund. Alex Gilbert Stevens. Benjamin Allen Wagner, summa cum laude. Joshua Timothy Walker, cum laude. Garen Lee Williams. For the Bachelor of Science, Hannah Yasmin Addington. Corey Stephen Aiken. Wesley Edward Allen. Casey Jane Ambrose. Mitchell Lee Anderson. Jason Scott Andre, summa cum laude. Alexis Jordan Banks, magna cum laude. Eric Smith Barlow. William Massey Bartolini, summa cum laude. Luke Grayson Boehner. Melissa Nicole Benson. Erin Eileen Bridges, magna cum laude. Adam Jeffrey Brigman. Galen Andrea Broido. Chelsea Morgan Brown. Timothy Michael Brown, magna cum laude. John DeWitt Browning, summa cum laude. Julie Marie Bruning, magna cum laude. Jeremy Dwayne Buckner, cum laude. Justin Benjamin Cardona. Samantha Suzanne Carr. Jared Robert Carver. Ryan Andrew Katrine. Jeffrey Ashton Chandler. Tracy Lil Childers. Tyler Thomas Clabby. Pearl Louise Kugler, cum laude. Bethany Therese Cook. Jessie Caroline Crouch. Amanda Lee Crowder. Joshua Edward Cummins, cum laude. Morgan Taylor Dale. Timothy John Daniel. Catherine Ann Darcy. Eris Perperium Darda, magna cum laude. Zachary Lee Davis, cum laude. Brittany Nicole Deasing. Jesse Roy Dalia. Kelly Jane Dobeck. Francesca Nicole Duncan. Nader Yahya Inani. Zachary Craig Fishman. Angel Alvaro Fong. Alaric Onby Fox. Tessa Brianne Frank, magna cum laude. Stephen Gaither Fry, magna cum laude. Ricardo Daniel Garcia. Kyle James Garner. Catherine Kennedy Garrett. Haley Amelia Garitano. Annalise Joelle Gary. William Brown Galing. Anna Kinzer Gelbeck. Cameron Noah Gillespie. Emil Jude Gonsalves. James Gardner Goodall. Karen Marie Gray. Summer Faith Griffin, cum laude. Heriberto Guerra Gomez. Matthew Clint Harkleroad. Emily Marie Harrell, cum laude. William Henry Henderson. Elise Samantha Henley, cum laude. Cassie Joe Hesley. Ashley Paige Hillen. Rachel Alexandra Hillhouse. Hannah Green Hip, cum laude. Brett Evans Hodges. Lauren Marina Holder. Timothy Tyler Howard, cum laude. Elizabeth Cortese Howe. Natalie Francis Howell. Justin Michael Rabowski. Harris Samuel Percival Hughes, Jr. Rachel Elizabeth James. Brian Matthew Jasper. Jerica Nastasia Johnson. Margaret Marie Jones. Natalie Claire Kamitska. Serena Sahar Khan, cum laude. Reina Isabella Kornmeyer, magna cum laude. Christine Marie Lakatos, magna cum laude. Lancy Caroline Lamb. Brett David Landau. Karen Ann Landert. Allie Catherine Larkin, summa cum laude. Alyssa Lorraine May Lashway. Corey Duncan Lee. John Landon Lewis. Robin Marie Lewis. Julie Athena Long. Skylar Paige Love, magna cum laude. Brooke Danielle Lovingood. Lillian Watkins Lovingood. Megan Catherine Marquez. Robert Lee Martin III. Tyler Lee Martin. Kevin Robert Matheson. Benjamin Tyler McDaniel, magna cum laude. Gray Robinson McDermott, cum laude. Matthew Edward McGreal. Michael Allen McMecken. William Clinton McSherry III. Catherine Ann Medford. Amanda Elizabeth Melton. Peter Fulton Menzies, cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Metz Lemmel, cum laude. Emily Lauren Miller. Lance Allen Mills, cum laude. Casey Walker Minnick. Sydney Rachel Mixon. Justin Edward Morris. Michael Samuel Moss. Miriam Mujtaba. Benjamin Nathaniel Noack. Jonathan Lee O'Brien. Patrick Joseph Osborne. Amber Camille Paget. Olivia Catherine Pantano. Kevin Joseph Paradise. Emma Rachel Parrish. Alexander Douglas Payton. Gregory Thomas Parrott. Mariah Keaton Perry. Jasmine Carey Person. Bryn Nicole Pfeiffer. Emily Michelle Pittman. Kenneth Logan Presley. Cheyenne Talib Quindara. Jacob Tillman Radford, summa cum laude. Samantha Lene Ramus. Anne Lorraine Reed, magna cum laude. Kimberly Ann Rhodes. Sydney Ann Roberts. Teresa Renee Rocha, cum laude. Allison Blois Rogers, magna cum laude. Patricia Ann Rogers. Kelsey Marie Rubino. Kirsty Nicole Russ. Delaney Nicole Ryder, cum laude. Mason Owen Ryan. Cole Austin Schweitering, cum laude. Cheyenne Whitney Searcy. Caitlin Callie Shannon. Dwight David Shelton. Leslie Renee Sigmund. Jonathan Richard Sims, cum laude. Cody Lee Sluder. Tyler Simone Smith. Andrew Logan Sotak. John Lewis Staley. Andrew James Stevens. Anissa Juliet Tannehill. Caitlin Nicole Tarley, cum laude. John Treadwell Terrell, magna cum laude. Andrew Thomas Thornburg. Amanda Jacqueline Tong. Autumn Lynn Town, summa cum laude. Alessandra Sofia Troncoso. John Edward Trumbull. Thomas Arrington Vance. Lee Christopher Vogt. Jenny Catherine Waite. Tammy Lee Walsh. Alexandra Renee Walters. Jasmine Nicole Waters. Matthew Tyler Watson. Ariana Marie Weaver, cum laude. Josie Marie Whalen. Rebecca Diane Wiegand. Norman Dean Wolf III. Rashid Yunus Yildiz. Rebecca Ann Yoder, summa cum laude. Jessica Rose Young, cum laude. And Emily Rose Lanier, summa cum laude, Manley Wright Award winner. Chancellor, these are the candidates. This is the class of 2016.
Wow. Well, congratulations. My goodness. Look at you. Well, that is just magnificent. And what a great day this is, and what a gift to be looking at all of you. I really do have the best seat in the house up here, I have to tell you that. You know, this wonderful day is made so much richer because we get to share it with family, friends, and loved ones, everyone here today. It is shared with so many who have offered you love, support, and encouragement along the way. I want to thank all of our guests once again for being here and for helping to make this a day of celebration, a special one for our graduates. I will never get tired of this view, looking out at all of you. You are quite a beautiful sight. Looking at you is heartwarming and a little bit sad, I have to tell you that. It is both joyous and sad again at the same time. Looking at you, we bear witness to history, but we are glimpsing the future. And as we think of the future, reflect for a moment about some of the accomplishments we've acknowledged here today. Joan McNeil honored Dr. Sally Wasileski for her outstanding work in the classroom. Dr. Balls reminded us of the distinguished work of Dr. Russell. We were privileged to recognize Maya Newland, Paige Love, and Emily Lanier for some of their accomplishments as student leaders and scholars here. And by extension, we recognize all of the many accomplishments of all of you, the class of 2016. Indeed, Maya, Paige, and Emily represent this class very well, and we are proud of them and all of you for making UNC Asheville a better place. And if that weren't enough to inspire us, we heard about the amazing life of Julia Ray, a force to be reckoned with. Julia lived and shaped history. She helped transform Asheville into a more welcoming and open city that we know today. And then along came John Cram, a one-man economic development and creative economy team who boldly invested in a struggling Asheville. You heard about Virgil Smith and his remarkable story, and we were fortunate to learn some of Virgil's life lessons. So take just a moment and imagine what this city, what our community, what this university might be like if it had not been for Julia, John, and Virgil, three individuals who have made such a difference. Take a moment and think about your families and your friends, your teachers, your coaches, your RAs, your advisors, your mentors. All have invested so much in you and have given so much of themselves so that you can be here today in this place to honor your achievements. Take time to appreciate them. Make sure to say thank you. Make sure you tell them that you love them. Soon we will turn you loose into the world, but in the meantime, stick with me for just another minute. Just another minute, I promise you, really. But what can we take away from today's ceremony? It's that you must go boldly into the future, that everyone here can make a difference. We live in a time when many Americans are fearful of the future. And if we're not careful, we may entrust that future to the wrong people. But imagine what it must have been like for Julia Ray 100 years ago, coming of age during Jim Crow, running a business during the Great Depression and through world wars, or leading the way to integrate city schools, all periods of time when many Americans were fearful of the future. But we have also seen what can happen when we lead with love, with courage, and with passion. When we get to know one another and learn from one another. Gandhi taught us well. The enemy is fear. We think it is hate, but it is fear. Looking out at the class of 2016, I am not afraid. I am hopeful. The people we can trust with the future are sitting right in front of me. You have shown during your time at UNC Asheville that you are capable of great things. As Provost Urgo has said repeatedly, you are really, really smart. So we expect much of you. You have won championships, you have earned Fulbright scholarships, and dozens of other awards. You have spent thousands of hours on community service here in Asheville and beyond. Whether on the court, the field, the pitch, or in the pool, Bulldogs are winners. Your undergraduate research has easily surpassed graduate-level work. And many of you have done all of this while holding down jobs, raising children, serving our country, and caring for ailing and aging family members and loved ones. So eventually, you will lead this country and the world into the second half of the 21st century. The task before you is enormous, but armed with your degree and the knowledge you have learned at this great university, you enter the larger world better equipped than most to face the challenges your way, and there will be many. So face the challenges and the opportunities head on and with courage. Go and make a difference. Go and make a difference in your professions, your neighborhoods, your communities, your families, your schools, your churches, your legislature, your country, your democracy. Make a difference every day by how you choose to face the day and how you treat others. Make a difference every day as you incorporate the values and skills of your liberal arts education into the daily fabric of your lives. Imagination, creativity, curiosity, critical thinking, and moral reasoning. These skills will help you to make a difference. They will help you to do the big things, the small things, the complex things, the daily things, the ordinary things very well. So have the courage, the confidence, the curiosity, and the optimism to continue to learn, to challenge yourself, to be yourself, and to be open to new ideas, perspectives, and opportunities. Have the courage to take the long view, to know that things didn't change overnight or without caring individuals getting involved, working together, making a difference, making difficult, informed choices, regardless sometimes of personal circumstances. It takes courage to persist beyond what is obvious and easy. Courage not to take for granted who we are, where we are, what we do, or what we are capable of doing. It takes courage to ask for help and to know that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, nor is civility. Civility is never, ever a sign of weakness. When something doesn't work out, use it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to do better, or with greater empathy. Be resilient, get back in the game. Have the courage and the wisdom to know that there is always more to be done, more to accomplish, and more to learn. Have the courage to be generous, to forgive, to give and to receive love. Yes, it does take courage to love. It takes courage to truly open your heart and extend yourself, expecting nothing in return, but getting so much back. Class of 2016, my charge to you today is really quite simple. Make a difference, be resilient, remain optimistic, and let courage and love serve as your guides. Find love, share love, keep love in your hearts, even when those we love are no longer with us. Oscar Wilde said it best, that a life without love is like a sunless garden when the flowers are dead. The consciousness of loving and being loved brings a warmth and a richness to life that nothing else can bring. Carry that warmth with you, knowing you are part of something that is greater than you, so think of yourself as part of something greater. Live a life that is authentic and honest. Celebrate accomplishments, define your measures of success. Find humor, share it with others. Open yourself to new experiences. Forgive, be generous. Leave the world a bit better through your work, your humanity, your commitment to making a difference. Emerson tells us that to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded. You have succeeded here. You have left this piece of the world better by having been here, and I thank you for that. I offer you my deepest and most heartfelt congratulations. Class of 2016, it has been a privilege to know you and work with you. It is time to set you loose in the world. Look out, world, here they come. Class of 2016, would you please stand? Move your tassels to the left. All right. And by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the UNC Asheville Board of Trustees, the UNC Board of Governors, the great state of North Carolina, and everybody else that has to vested in me, I wish you every success, every joy, and much love. I proclaim you graduates of the University of North Carolina at Asheville. Please join me. At this time, I welcome our class of 2016 student speakers, student singers back to the podium, back to the platform to lead us in the singing of the Alma Mater. The words are printed in your program, so please remain standing. Come on up, singers.
Hail
voices high, noble alma mater, hear our words of praise. May we love and honor you until the end of days.
Thank you. Thank you once again, Dylan, Felix, Kyra, Sarala, Nathaniel, John, Kayla, and Caitlin. That was beautiful. And congratulations to all of you, and congratulations again to the class of 2016. Please extend today's celebration with some light refreshments here in the quad. There are signs that will help you locate your faculty members from each academic department and the Division of Student Affairs. I would ask that you remain standing until the platform party has exited and our graduates have recessed. Have a wonderful day, and congratulations again, class of 2016. We're very proud of you.